Hey everyone, it's a girl Shauna J. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I so appreciate you being here. Today we are going to talk about clean girl perfumes. Now y'all know I'm the queen, okay? I'm going to put the crown on because y'all know this is my lane. I've always been a clean girl at heart. I've kind of dibbled and dabbled into sweet fragrances because I kind of feel like as a reviewer, I need to be a little bit more well-rounded. So I've opened up myself to try different types of fragrances. But y'all know that at heart, I'm a true clean perfume girl. I love to smell clean and fresh. That's just me. This whole trend about clean girl aesthetic is kind of new to me, and at first I was like, why is it a trend? Because us clean girls, we know this is not a trend for us. This is our lifestyle. This is how we live. The fact that it's a trend is like crazy to me. But anyway guys, we're here to talk about perfumes. I'm kind of going off track here, but today I want to show you guys some fragrances that I think you need to try. You're gonna need these in your collection if you are a clean girl, or if you're trying to be a clean girl, you're trying to come over this side. I'm gonna show you guys how you need to smell if you're a true clean girl. All right, okay guys, so first we're gonna talk about the everyday fragrance. This is my favorite genre because I'm like the everyday girl. I'm always doing mundane things and I don't mind. I like my days to be calm. I like to know what's ahead. I don't mind getting up and going grocery shopping or taking my kids to school, you know, if I have appointments to attend. I don't mind doing those things, all right? I'm an everyday girl. I'm pretty much okay with being that girl. Now, the everyday fragrance that I've chosen to wear these days has to be Pure Grace. All right, this is the EDP. I have the Eau de Toilette, and let me tell you, it is nothing compared to the EDP. Definitely look into the EDP. This fragrance is very minimalistic. It's an easy reach type of fragrance. When I don't know what to wear, this is usually what I reach for. It's very clean. It's sheer, it's watery. It definitely gives soap and water vibes, but there's a classiness underneath that. So it's a little bit more elevated than soap and water, but that's kind of like the vibe that it gives off. It also happens to be a little bit shampoo-y, which I definitely appreciate. I love a good shampoo type of scent, and I definitely get all of that in here. I noticed the other day while looking at the packaging here that it says nothing smells better than soap and water clean. So I was definitely spot on when it comes on to the description of the scent, because that's literally the vibe that you get. Even though this fragrance is very minimalistic, it does pack a bit of a punch. You definitely don't want to overspray this one because it's super long lasting and it really projects. Wore this one today. My husband picked me up, and as soon as I stepped in the car, he asked me what I was wearing after wearing this one for a couple of hours. And it is one of those fragrances you yourself could smell on you. You know how sometimes you're wearing a fragrance, someone else may smell it, but you don't smell it? Nah. This is not one of those. You smell it on you. Every time you turn your head or move your arms or something, you're going to smell this one on you. It smells so freaking good. Now, I completely understand that this may not be everybody's thing, okay? Even though I can't imagine who wouldn't like this fragrance, there are some people who may find this one a little bit too simple, too minimalistic, maybe even a little bit too mature. I completely get that. It's not going to be everybody's vibe. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more aromatic, something that has maybe a little bit more personality, something a little bit more youthful, I would actually recommend that you look into Still by Jennifer Lopez. When I started talking about this scent, which had to be like 5 years ago, nobody else was really talking about it, and I was just like baffled as to why nobody was talking about this one, because it's a fragrance that I used to wear pretty often, and it was one of the first fragrances that I ever wore that would garner so many compliments. This is a beautiful combination of tea, pepper, and jasmine. Of course, we have other notes in the composition, but that's mainly the notes that you get when you smell this one. It's very refreshing. It has a natural scent to it, but there's a nice aromatic herbal touch to the fragrance that is just so special. It's something that you have to try to know what I'm talking about. There's also a slight shampoo vibe to this one when it dries down. I've gotten that also while wearing this fragrance. Someone did ask me what shampoo I was wearing, and I was like, girl, it's not a shampoo. You're probably smelling my perfume. So it is that kind of fragrance. I suggest you look into these two fragrances if you're looking for a beautiful everyday scent that is long lasting and that's going to keep you smelling clean and beautiful for the entire day. This is a Pure Grace EDP by Philosophy, and this is still by Jennifer Lopez. The next occasion that I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite occasions, by the way, all right? And that is the work occasion. A lot of you guys know that I recently quit my little office job, so I did quit my day job, all right, to pursue other things. But there are times that I miss just getting up and spraying on my favorite fragrance and head on into the office. But you know, sometimes you gotta move on in life. But it doesn't mean I can't recommend my favorite fragrances for the office or just for work in general. So the fragrance that I would recommend for you guys if you are a clean girl is from the house of Narciso Rodriguez, and this one is called Fleur Musk Eau de Toilette Floral. If you follow my channel, you know how much I love this fragrance. This is perfect to wear if you're gonna be around other people, especially if you work in an office environment and you don't want to bother other people. That is super important to me, because nobody wants to be that person. You don't want to be that person, so you want to make sure that you are wearing something subtle, and even if it's not subtle, you want to be careful with how much you spray. But with this one, you really don't have to worry, because it's a very delicate fragrance. Now this is for sure a rose fragrance, so you would have to be into rose in order to like this one. This is like a peppery rose. Oh my god, it smells so freaking good. And under that peppery rose, we do have Narciso Rodriguez's signature musk, and of course we also have a little bit of patchouli. This smells like an actual pink rose with the stems attached, with the roots attached. I know that doesn't sound pleasant, but it's just so well done. It's so beautiful. I really think that's what Narciso Rodriguez was trying to do here. I honestly can't tell you what this fragrance does to me. It's like, it's so pretty to me though. Airy, clean, musky, rosy, peppery. Oh my god, it's really good. What I also love about it is that even though it's a lighter scent, it really does perform well. You definitely smell this one when you're wearing it. You get little whiffs here and there, and the people within your vicinity will definitely be able to smell it, but it's not overwhelming. Now if you're one of those people and you just cannot tolerate rose, especially when it's in such high concentration, I completely understand. It's not going to be for everyone. If that's you, I would definitely recommend that you look into this fragrance. This one is called Shiro, and it's from the house of Masaki. If you've never heard of this fragrance, you're not alone, all right? I was introduced to this fragrance by someone that follows me here on YouTube and also Instagram, so she definitely put me onto this fragrance. It's supposed to be a dupe for Love and White by Creed. I cannot confirm that it does smell like Love and White, because I don't think I've ever experienced that scent. I'm really not sure. I don't remember. But regardless of if it smells like Love and White or not, this is just a beautiful scent. First of all, this is like a clean, pretty minimalistic, soapy, fresh kind of scent. It smells so good. It's dominated by cotton flower, which gives it this clean, fresh, out of the shower, clean linen type scent. It's like a combination of both, all right? It's like clean laundry slash shower clean. It's also pretty musky, a little bit powdery, and there's a slight greenness to this one. We also have spruce, which is kind of like some sort of plant or something like that, but I'm telling you, the combination is beautiful. And this is another fragrance that is so long lasting. I don't think anyone would be bothered by this scent. It just has a pretty clean, fresh, soapy kind of scent that's almost neutral. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just so good. These are like my loves, okay? I really enjoy these fragrances, and if I was still going in the office, these are probably the fragrances that I would rotate between, because they just scream clean girl. That's just the vibe that I get from these fragrances. The next occasion that I'm going to talk about here is the vacation occasion. I don't know about you guys, but I love me a good vacation, and when I know I'm going to go on vacation, right away I start to think, okay, what are you gonna take? All right, now as a clean girl, the fragrance that I would recommend that you take is Calvin Klein Women EDP. Now, I would recommend that you take this one if you're gonna go on a tropical vacation, somewhere hot, somewhere where you're gonna be sweaty and possibly stinky. This one right here is the odor buster. Like, no sort of smell is gonna come through this perfume, all right? It's that kind of fragrance. Some people say that it reminds them a little bit of Light Blue by Dolce Gabbana, and I could definitely understand why people would say that, but these are two completely different fragrances. While Light Blue is more of a clean, fresh, citrusy, floral, woodsy scent, this is more aromatic, all right? This is more fresh, spicy. This one has like a punch, a kick to it. And that's the reason why I think it's perfect if you're gonna go somewhere hot and warm, because a fragrance like this will really fight off odors. This one has a beautiful punchy grapefruit note. We also have a eucalyptus, we have tea, we have this beautiful big soapy orange blossom in the composition. So you're just gonna smell clean, fresh, aromatic for the whole day when you wear this fragrance. Of course, if that doesn't sound like your thing, I got you, all right? Maybe you want something a little bit more tropical smelling, something that's a little bit more traditional in the sense of the word, I don't know, vacation. Now, the fragrance that I would say that you look into is not one of my personal favorites, but I still recommend it because a lot of people do enjoy this fragrance. And yes, it does give a rich, clean girl on vacation vibes. Now, the fragrance that I'm talking about here is from the house of Banana Republic, and this one is called Gardenia and Cardamom. So this is a clean, fresh, white, cottony type scent. I guess that's coming in from the gardenia, but yes, for the most part, this is a fresh, clean floral scent, very reminiscent of like a clean white cotton t-shirt. There's something here that just pulls a bit tropical to me. I'm getting like a coconut essence under that clean white gardenia scent. I don't know if anyone else detects that, but that's basically what I get from this fragrance. This is a fragrance that I would highly suggest that you look into if you are a clean girl and you want something tropical, but you don't want that fruity, sweet type of fragrance, because of course clean girls, we like clean, all right? So definitely look into this Banana Republic scent. This is Gardenia and Cardamom, and this is Women EDP by Calvin Klein. The next occasion that I'm going to talk about here is the gym slash workout occasion. So a lot of us go to the gym and we like to work out. Now, when you're at the gym and you're working out, it is completely normal, all right, to sweat. Okay, you're gonna perspire, it's hot, you're working out, you're getting rid of those toxins, so you may get a little bit smelly. Okay, this is completely normal, but for us clean girl, we want to make sure that we minimize that. Okay, we want to make sure that even if we are at the gym, we're gonna smell good. And I know that it is possible to get compliments on how you smell at the gym. So if you want to be one of those clean girls that smell absolutely amazing while you're at the gym, I got you, okay? The fragrance that I would actually recommend for this occasion has to be DKNY Women. This is not the cap that came with the perfume. I misplaced the original cap, but it drives me crazy when I lose the caps to my perfume. I just don't like to see it, especially when I'm gonna present it to you guys. I always like to put a cap on my perfumes. I have another DKNY perfume. It's pink, and this is a cap for that fragrance. But anyway, guys, back to this fragrance. This fragrance right here is just perfect for working out. It's clean, it's fresh, spicy, it's aromatic, it's super citrusy. So if you are not into citruses, I suspect that you won't like this one. This is just a simple citrusy, energizing, sporty type of scent with some light woodiness to it. It's very heavy on that mandarin. It also has tomato leaf, which gives the fragrance like this slightly green scent. This is another fragrance I consider to be an odor buster. It's super strong, okay, especially when you just apply it, but it's so refreshing. It has this cold vibe to it. It makes the perfect workout fragrance, and I think this is definitely one that you have to try. It's also on the long lasting side. I definitely recommend DKNY if you're looking for the perfect clean girl workout fragrance. Now, if you think that this fragrance may not be your vibe, you know, maybe you want something a little bit more elevated, something a little bit more complex, I would actually recommend that you try Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. I say try, I'm not even sure why I said try, because at this point everybody and their mama probably already try this scent, but I think it's still a very good fragrance. I know it's a little bit played out, okay, I know it's been out for quite some time and we are trying to move on and try new fragrances, but some fragrances are classics, and I think that this is an actual classic, and I think it makes a good workout scent. I actually think that this fragrance smells better when your body starts to warm up. I think it's beautiful. So if you want to smell clean and fresh while you're at the gym, I would say try Light Blue by Dolce Gabbana or DKNY for women. So the next occasion that I'm going to talk about here is the daytime event occasion. So maybe you got invited to a baby shower, a birthday dinner, a brunch day, I don't know, it's just something that's happening throughout the day, and you want to make sure that you just smell amazing. All right, you're going to be mingling, you want to make sure that you're not going to overwhelm anyone, but you want to smell good. Okay, you want to smell clean because you're that clean girl, right? Now, the fragrance that I would actually recommend is a fragrance that I'm falling in love with like a big time. Every single time I see this perfume, I have to spray it out or at least pull the cap off and smell it. The fragrance that I'm talking about here is Amethyst by Lalique. This fragrance is starting to become a true love for me, all right? This is a beautiful fragrance. Oh my God, it's just so good. It's just so good. So yes, I would actually recommend that you try this fragrance out if you're looking for a beautiful daytime fragrance. It does have an eccentric type of vibe and energy to it. Super feminine, super classy. It smells so good. It opens up with a bunch of dark fruits, and you have to smell the fruits in this one to believe it. It's just freaking amazing. It's so intoxicating. Now, under those sweet dark fruits, you get some musk, and you get a little bit of soapiness, a little bit of powder, a little bit of cream, and you also get a little bit of a shampoo vibe. I don't know if anybody else gets that from this fragrance, but that's what I get. This is the kind of fragrance that will be highly complimented, especially if you give someone a hug or something like that. I can't imagine someone smelling this on you and not saying something about it. On me, it is just so long lasting. You put a couple of sprays on your pulse points and it's just gonna radiate around you like crazy. I would recommend that you try this fragrance if you're into those clean fragrances, but you want something with a little bit of fruitiness in there, something that's very unique and a bit eccentric, something that smells expensive, something that says I'm a grown woman and I got my whole life together. This is basically what this gives. It's just so pretty. It's amazing. But anyway, guys, you know I always say it, it's not going to be for everyone. As a matter of fact, when I just bought this fragrance, it was just not for me. I even came here and I told you guys all about it. Some of you guys agreed with me and some of you guys told me to try it again. So I know it's a very polarizing scent. It's not going to be for everyone. Now, another fragrance that I would suggest that you try is Jaipur Bracelet, and this is from the house of Boucheron. Not really sure if I'm saying it right. If you are into fragrances like Pure Poison by Dior, this is a fragrance that you definitely have to try. I went into Ulta, tried out Pure Poison, completely fell in love with the clean, fresh, white floral soapy scent. I just completely loved it, but I did not love the price. So I did a little bit of investigating and I found out that this little fragrance right here smells very similar to Pure Poison by Dior, and let me tell you, it does. If you already know what Pure Poison smells like, you already know that it's a beautiful, clean, fresh, white floral scent with some green nuances, a little bit of citrus, very soapy. It's just beautiful. I see someone maybe in their late 20s, early 30s and up enjoying this fragrance because it does have a bit of a mature vibe, but it smells freaking good and it definitely gives clean girl all day. I've worn this one a couple of times and yes, it definitely does last at least 8 hours or more. At least suits the daytime occasion that I'm talking about here. So I would suggest that you look into Amethyst from the house of Lalique and Jaipur Bracelet from the house of Boucheron. The next occasion that I'm going to talk about here is the date night occasion. I'm going to assume that we are all booed up, or if we are not all booed up, we're at least trying to be booed up. And if that's the case, how exciting. Okay, being single is super fun. Okay, so if you're single and you are watching this video, this is fun times for you, all right? Being married is nice and whatnot, but you know, girl, it has its ups and downs, so don't worry about it, all right? I think the perfect date night fragrance should be very balanced, okay? So we should have a combination of clean and sweet and a little bit warm, all right? I think that creates the perfect little date night scent. A fragrance that I would actually recommend if you are a clean girl going out on a very sexy hot date would have to be Pin Up from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. I love this fragrance. It's a fragrance that I like to wear when I'm gonna go on a hot date. I want to smell clean, but I want to smell sweet and most definitely flirty. When I'm wearing this one, you know I'm stepping out. It's that kind of scent, all right? This fragrance is dominated by orange blossom, and y'all know what I'm gonna say. The orange blossom is super bold, it's soapy, it's so clean. It smells like clean laundry. We also have ginger that gives it a little bit of fizziness. Y'all know how ginger smells, right? We get a little bit of a kick from the ginger in this scent, but under that soapy orange blossom and that fizzy ginger, we also have vanilla and marshmallow. So imagine smelling like you washed your clothes with Tide detergent, but you sprayed on a sweet vanilla marshmallow fragrance. That's basically what this smells like to me. Your date will absolutely love this fragrance, and there's no way they're not gonna make a little comment about this scent. You only take this out when you want to impress. A very strong scent. You could smell this through your mask, you're gonna get compliments, all right? That's the kind of vibe that I get from this fragrance. Sometimes it does remind me of Love Don't Be Shy, which kind of makes sense, all right? Because we do have that orange blossom, we do have that musk, we also have that marshmallow and the vanilla, so they do have quite a lot of notes in common, so it does make sense that they smell alike and they give off the same kind of vibe. I do prefer Pin Up only because I feel as though it's a little bit more balanced, because it's a little bit more clean, so it does give a little bit more of that clean girl vibe. But if you think it's not going to be your thing, I would suggest that you wear something like L'Entité or the Toilette. Now I always talk about this fragrance, but I think it's a very versatile scent. So it's gonna be on a lot of lists. It's gonna be on a lot of top 10s or top 5s that I talk about because it's so freaking versatile. This one is very clean, it's fresh, it's soapy. We do have a very, very big orange blossom note in here. There's a sweet candied fruitiness under the soapiness of the orange blossom. In the base, we get that muskiness. We also get a bit of earthiness from the vetiver and the patchouli. It's a pretty well-rounded fragrance that you could simply wear anywhere. It's so beautiful. It does have a classy vibe to it. I usually spray this one lower on my body when I'm gonna wear it, because on the neck it could be a bit too much, and I try to keep it away from my pulse points because it just blooms and blossoms when you start to get hot or perspire. Okay, so be warned. So that's it for me. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, give it a like. If you are new to the channel and you are listening to this part of the video, it means that you got to the end. Do me a favor, go ahead, like this video, subscribe, and then comment below. Let me know that you subscribe so I could personally thank you for subscribing to the channel. Okay guys, so I'm out of here. I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all in the next upload. Bye.